Okay, so the verbal. The verbal is so important. Who is it? We remember, and this is the one and I was talking to a copywriter here earlier, we were talking, we remember in pictures. The reason why the visual is so important in the communication is because we feel things, we sense things, we understand things in visual. And with that visual, we need to communicate in a visual way. How many people have a metaphor for what it is that they do? Metaphors are brilliant ways of communicating what it is that you do. Brilliant, 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 because what it does is, like we all know about the right brain and the left brain. The right brain loves all these facts and figures and all this stuff. That's what we usually lead with when we're talking about what it is we do. In the right brain, it goes like, I don't know what you're talking about. Whereas the left brain is like, what? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm so confused. I'm getting all these facts. I don't know what to do. What you need to do is then give them a metaphor. I'm getting my brains mixed up. And the feeling brain will then say, oh, I get it. I understand. I understand now. So that's why metaphors are so extremely powerful. I came up with a metaphor recently for what it is that I do. And it came to me because I went, you know how we had standard definition TVs for years? It was fine. We had clarity and everything. We watched these TVs, it was wonderful. Then HD came along. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so clear. It's so much clearer. I can see everything. What I do is I take your standard definition communication and turn it into HD. And then I realized that recently I just got FiOS. It's like, I didn't think it could get any clearer than that. And it does. It actually does. So some people I get to HD, some people I want to take to FiOS. And so I really want to clarify and fine-tune people's presentations. And speaking of fine-tuning, let's talk about that elevator pitch. How lovely is the elevator pitch? I don't like to use that word, pitch, because it does sound salesy, it sounds throwy. My son is a minor league pitcher, so it's very interesting, but I don't use the word pitching. I call it an intromercial. Introduction commercial. It's an intromercial. So we're going to play with a little bit of an intromercial. And I have 5 parts to what I think make up a really great intromercial. First, you have to engage them. Engagement is key. You engage them because, like I said, with my son being a pitcher, if he stands on the mound and starts throwing balls, he gets penalized. You can't do that. You have to make sure the batter's ready. So many times you walk into a networking event and we start babbling off what it is we do without realizing and knowing whether our batter is ready. How do you get your batter ready? You engage them. You can engage them with a question. You can engage them with a statistic. You can engage them with a quotation, or you can engage them with a story. So if somebody comes up to you and says, so what it is that you do, our tendency is also just to go into what it is that we do. You don't always have to do that. Sometimes you can go into a question. So what is it that you do? Do you know that it can take up to 12 visits to undo a negative first impression? It's true. What I do is I help other people make their first impression their lasting one. And then I would say my name, then I would say what it is that I do a little bit more, and then I would shut up. Then maybe we'll have a dialogue, maybe they'll ask me questions. So that's a way of engagement. Another way of engagement is to then say a quotation. Did you know Waldo Emerson said, what you do speaks so loud I cannot hear what you say? What I do is I help people say what they mean and mean what they say. So those are some of the ways that you can be engaging. And Sarah has a sheet that has all of my 4. That's an engagement. Second is that's when you inform them. That's when you tell them what it is that you do, how it is that you help people, what your passion is. Sometimes it's really just about your passion. It doesn't have to be what it is that you do. We're so into giving the features of what it is that we do that we forget the passion that makes us want to do it. So it's like, talk about your passion sometimes, and this is where the metaphors come in. This is where the metaphors come in. Informing them and getting a visual picture in their head. They will remember a picture, they will not remember the words. And the third step is to assure them, give them your credibility, give them reasons why you do what you do, how many years you've been doing. That's when you get all that lovely, yummy stuff about how many people you've helped, all these things that you've done. That's the assure them. Then there's to seduce them. Seduce them is how I am going to help you. And sometimes that seduction can be done with a metaphor as well. Sometimes that seduction can be done with a story, an illustration. That's seducing. That's getting them to say, I need that. I'm not going to say, you need that. I'm going to just tell you a story that makes me feel that. And then the last piece is to invite them. And that's optional. You don't have to invite them. Sometimes you go to a networking event, you have a great conversation with somebody, and you think, you know what? There is absolutely no reason for me to take their card. So I'm just not even going to ask for their card, and I'm not going to give you mine. So I'm just going to say, thank you. It's been great talking to you. I'm going to go. So those are the ways. You have it on the sheet. In my book, I have a ton of information about how to elevate, how to wow, how to become a better, more polished, more HD presenter and communicator. So that I'm getting assigned to go, so it's been lovely. Thank you so much. If anybody has any questions, I'm around. Thank you.
Wasn't she awesome? You know, Robin, speaking of HD, let me tell you, recently I saw a picture that was taken of me with an HD camera. And along, you know, when you get dressed up, you look at your husband and you say, hey, how do I look? You look great. Then you go and somebody takes a picture of you and you go, oh my God, is that my butt? Is that how it looks like? Is this photoshopped or something? And anyways, I just realized this is really my butt. Oh, okay, guys, so
Make you visualize other things.
there you go. Well, thank you so much, Robin. Isn't she awesome? Woo-hoo!
Yeah.
Very good. So if you want to speak to her or get more information about her book and her stuff, you can go ahead and see her. I want to tell you guys that tonight we have invited everybody here, and that's only if you want, to join the board of directors for dinner at 8:30. We're going to be going upstairs and having dinner with some of you. Those of you who want to join us, you have to see Lee or Irina, because the reservations are made, or Hara, and those are reservations are made under their name. So if you want to join us, please go ahead. It's Restaurant Week here in New York, and we're helping the economy, and we're helping New York, and we're helping the Holistic Chamber of Commerce. Yay! Okay, and is there anything I'm forgetting? No? Okay, great. Anybody can tell me if I'm forgetting anything. One other thing is that we want more ambassadors and people to help us grow the chamber. The Holistic Chamber of Commerce in Manhattan, I know it's been a rough weather month. Actually, they announced that it was like about 28 inches of snow just for this month alone. And that means that it was pretty much more than the whole season last year. So we understand that the challenges that are ahead of us are just temporary, and we are in a momentum. We have Good News Planet here. Where is Paul? Paul is here. Make sure that you tell him what's the good news. He'll film me with his camera. Austin is here, and also from Good News Planet. We have joint a collaboration with Good News Planet, because we are also helping with the Peace Day, World Peace Day, which is September 21st in Times Square. We're all getting involved. Do I hear a yay? Yay! We're all getting involved in that because many countries are getting involved with that. Paul?
It can't be in Times Square because they're doing new construction.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll be finding out where we're at.
Central Park.
Central Park, even better. Great. Okay.
Our holistic health.
And we have our Health and Wellness Expo coming up in September, the day before Peace Day, which we're really excited about. We'll let you all know all about that. So my point of telling you that we need ambassadors and people to help us grow the chamber is because as a holistic community, when we come together, we have a bigger voice. And this is very important for you to understand that we are here for you, and we need you to be here for the chamber and to grow the chamber. We have all 5 boroughs. People came last month from Rochester, from Queens, we have Gloria, she's here, she's from Queens. And so there's no excuses of when you want to be here, you're here. And that's the way it is, right? So I would appreciate it if you see any one of the advisory board, if you want to be an ambassador, let us know. There is a form that you need to adhere to, and because we want some serious people helping us out, you know. Amen to that. It's a lot of work for us, and we are very happy, and we know the momentum is there. So please bring your friends and comrades to our next event, which is March 19th.